Hello, today another profile of another BABW, badass black woman. And this is one of my favorites. I mean, I can't say that I have favorites because they're all fantastic, but Ann Shadd Cary, just indomitable. She was born into a free black American family, and her family was also incredible. She was born in Wilmington, Delaware. Her father wrote for an abolitionist newspaper, The Liberator. She was born in 1823. Her whole family also was part of the Underground Railroad and helped African Americans escape slave states and get to free Canada. She was educated at a Quaker school while she was in Pennsylvania. But after the Fugitive Slave Act was passed, that was the law that required people actually to return escaped enslaved people to their enslavers. She moved to Ontario, Canada. She joined a community of black Americans living there. She also married, she had two kids. But she founded a school for an integrated school for both black and white children and began teaching. She also was writing, she was giving lectures all the time, constantly talking about the meaning of freedom, the importance of freedom. In the 1850s, she was writing articles encouraging black Americans to come to Canada to have freedom there. She told them to do more and talk less. She talked a lot about the atrocities of slavery, the need for justice in the United States. One of her most well-known quotes is, "It's better to wear out than to rust out." She also founded in the 1850s the Provincial Freeman. The Provincial Freeman was a weekly newspaper specifically for black Americans. And it was published in Toronto. You'll see, if you can see across the top there, it says devoted to anti-slavery, temperance, and general literature. When she began publishing this, she became the first black woman to edit and publish a newspaper in all of North America. In 1855, she had to fight for a place at the National Colored Convention in Philadelphia because she was a woman. She had to sit through an entire day of debating over whether or not women were worth including. But all during the 1850s, she was traveling across the United States, delivering incredibly powerful anti-slavery speeches, demanding the integration of the races and justice as well. At one point, she said, "You are to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, to break every yoke, and to let the oppressed go free." In 1860, her husband died. She returned to the United States and she helped recruit soldiers for the Union Army. Oh, this whole time she was continuing to write, giving speeches about why African Americans needed to join together in solidarity if they were going to move forward and recover from slavery. She helped found the Colored Women's Progressive Franchise Association. She worked for the National Women's Suffrage Association alongside Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She testified in a House Judiciary Committee hearing to support both the 14th and the 15th Amendments, although she made it very clear that she was unhappy that the amendment did not give women the right to vote. At one point, she said, "The strength and glory of a free nation is not so much in the size and equipment of its armies as in the loyal hearts and willing hands of its men and women, and this fact has been illustrated in an eminent degree by well-known events in the history of the United States. To the women of the nation, conjointly with the men, is it indebted for arduous and dangerous personal service and generous expenditure of time, wealth, and counsel, so indispensable to success in its hour of danger." She then, at the age of 60, became only the second black American woman to earn her law degree. She graduated from Howard University School of Law in 1883. She remained active and very, very prominent in all of the discussions about freedom, about suffrage. Throughout her life, she died in 1893 of stomach cancer, and her house on W Street in Northwest DC is a National Historic Landmark. If you're ever in DC, stop by to give a nod of honor to Ann Shadd Cary. Absolutely badass black woman. Okay, have a wonderful day, and as always, always be kind.